Luxor, as a city, is divided into two, the East Bank and the West Bank. Even in ancient times, the East Bank, where the sun rises, is where daily life is lived, and where the temples are located. The West, where the sun sets, is where the dead is buried. When pharaohs died, temples were built close to their tombs, designed to commemorate the reign and honor them as God on earth. One magnificent example of a mortuary temple is the Medina Tabu, dedicated to Ramses III. The outer pylons are the most imposing of any temple in Egypt and are decorated with colossal images of the king destroying enemies before the gods. Ramses III is considered the last great pharaoh of Egypt, reigning at the end of the New Kingdom. The temple chronicles most of his military victories. One striking, though gruesome mural, is that of some dismembered enemies.
Ramses III was said to be a very fierce and brutal man. If you take a look, all the prisoners, their hands were cut with an axe. And so as not to spread the genes of the other enemies, he would cut the genitals of the men.
As you go deeper into the temple, you will see some of the most well-preserved painted columns and walls. Nekbet, the vulture goddess, still protects the ceiling of the temple. Although the hypostyle hall has now been reduced to a third of its height, Ramses III's victories still echo in the temple walls. Another extraordinary funerary temple stands under the foot of the rugged limestone cliffs from which it is cut.
This looks like a modern temple, but it's actually 3,500 years old already. This temple was built by Queen Hatshepsut, and she was famous for ruling as a man, even if she was a female.
Known as the first female monarch of Egypt, she ruled for 2 decades, and it was said to be one of the most prosperous and peaceful periods in Egyptian history. Breaking with tradition, she crowned herself pharaoh after her husband died. Statues of Hatshepsut with a pharaoh's beard and headdress asserts her position. You must walk up a long ramp to reach the temple, reminiscent of the horizon.
They had the plans just before this uphill climb, and they said that the Nile used to reach this point. That's why there was water for the plants.
The temple itself, cut into the stone, was purposely done to increase its power, making it almost a part of nature. Another imposing sight in the West Bank are a pair of colossal statues which are exactly what they are called, the Colossi of Memnon. These monuments are what are left of the mortuary temple of Amenhotep III. In its day, it was said to be the largest and most opulent in Egypt. However, because it stood so close to the Nile, it couldn't withstand the yearly inundation. Only the twin colossi remain, guarding the gates of eternity. Up next, I discover the tombs of Egypt's powerful kings, steeped in mystery and ancient spells, as I trace their path to the afterlife.